Hi, this is Matt Henderson, Director of Instruction at TPC Las Vegas. Here to talk about how to spin your wedges more. So there's a great perception in this game that we need to hit down on the golf ball substantially to create spin, right? And what often happens with that is we drag our loft along with it, right? So now we often end up making compensations to make this loft come back up, and we're in trouble. So the big thing with spin is creating friction, right? We want to create actual friction between the ball and the face. That's what the grooves are there for. It's there to channel debris away from those grooves, or away from the ball respectfully, right? So the idea to get in our mind here is that we have this large radius, right? And our club head, the blue circle, the blue hula hoop right here is representing our radius, right? So we want to manage this radius to hit the golf ball appropriately, and then that's how we control our friction, that's how we control our spin. So imagine the club head moving in this blue hula hoop, and it has this low point. This would be the bottom of our divot. We can't come into it like this for good wedge play. Again, our loft moves along with it, but we really want a nice relationship between the loft of the golf club and this respective radius. So for great wedge play, we're going to try to tilt this back and level it out. I have a nice drill for you to do that. So what we're trying to eliminate with this respective drill is we're trying to eliminate the golf shot where we take the huge divot with the wedge. Again, very hard to manage the effective loft and our attack angle doing that, and so now it's very hard to spin the golf ball. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put you in something called, I call it a compression drill, right? And all it is it's a ball teed up about a ½ an inch off the dirt, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to try to move into this golf ball with our normal ball position. Let's call it a middle ball position, our normal stance with something that we're just going to hit a 50-yard wedge shot. But all we're trying to do is we're going to try to hit the ball cleanly. We don't want to hit the ball up on top of the golf club up here. We want to try to hit it right in the middle of the face down here without taking a divot, right? So if we come into this and we see it appropriately, normal wedge setup, normal 50-yard type swing, tee hasn't moved, no divot. And so now what we have is that's a way to manage that radius of our golf swing, with our hula hoop. So in reviewing the drill, the compression drill, we have the ball teed up a ½ an inch, and the main thing that you want to kind of zoom in here on is how we're trying to get the club to contact the golf ball. We don't want the club head moving drastically down, and look at that shaft lean. We want it neutral shaft, and club head is almost going to look like it's moving level to the ground, and so now we can contact the ball right in the middle of the face. And then let's go to the drill. So again, ball teed up a ½ an inch. We're going to go into our hip width stance, square face, everything we would do to normally hit a 50-yard wedge shot, our appropriate length of swing. All right, hope you enjoyed this instructional moment. If you're out in Las Vegas and looking for golf instruction, make sure to go to tpc.com/Las Vegas. I hope this helps your game.